Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Plasma the Dragon here. It's been a while. I've got a Horde base that I want to show off on 7 Days to Die real quick. It's actually the Horde night. It's the morning of the Horde night on my farthest solo world right now. And I have a base that I've been using for this alpha that works pretty good. I want to show it off. And then they can destroy it in the next update because they love doing that. They love doing that. You design a base and it works really good. And then it's broken the next update. Literally 100% of the time. The base can vary a little bit. And it works for multiple or single player. Because you can adjust the height of the base to your liking and to work for more players. But I did make it... It's more specialized for one. Got a couple hours before the Horde starts. So I guess I'll spend it off just showing up the base. Showing off the base. So the top here is just... It's just a box. It's a box on stilts. The whole base is just a box on stilts. Up top here, I've got it open for shooting vultures. I do have it a lot more covered on the back. It's bars on the front side of the base where the stairs are up here, but not on the back. That is so that if the irradiated cops start hitting you with too much spit, you can always back up. This base does function fully AFK. You don't actually have to shoot any zombies if you don't want to. It works on its own. So if you were to get hit by way too much cop spit, the reason the back is solid is so that you can have some cover from that. It also does rely on an intellect build because the key factor is these robotic sledges. The base really doesn't do anything without them. Like, they are the sole core mechanic of the base. Because what they do is they just punch the zombies right off the ladder as they come up. It works, like, partially with just one. Like, let's say you don't have any ranks of the perk. If you had no ranks of Robotics Inventor, no, like, nothing into the intellect tree. If you got 2 players and you each put a sledgehammer turret on these top 2 layers, which you can go further down, but with this design, this is as high as you can put one. It's just like 1 block below the hatch. And then every 2 blocks down, you can place another one. So you can make it as tall as you need to because every 2 more blocks you go down, you can fit another sledge turret. Now, granted, at some point, you'd be out of range because even with Max Robotics Expert, obviously, they're not active from infinite distance. And if you are doing multiple players and you have somebody who is in Intellect and has Robotics Expert, you'll want them to place their turrets the lowest, the farthest away, and have your players that don't have ranks of it place their turrets up top. That way they stay in range. I wouldn't say that it's really useful to have any more than 3 turrets. So let's say if you have any more than 1 player, like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players, you really only need just 1 player that has the perk to put 2. And then if you want a 3rd player to put 1, then just make sure that your player without ranks of the perk puts theirs at the very top. That way it's always in range. As for the build, it's fairly simple. You just do 5 pillars and some stairs. I did experiment. I played around with this a bit. Initially, my concept build did not use stairs, but I found for some reason zombies are only willing to climb a set number of ladders. Like, there's a certain number of ladders that they just decide, I'm not going to fucking climb that, and they just beat shit down. But if you do it half ladders, half stairs, that doesn't seem to happen. You can try it with all ladders, but it didn't work for me, really. But yeah, it's just 5 pillars and then a box on top, which I did the box half solid and half open. That way I've got shooting points. And you do want to have a good platform underneath, because there is one weakness to this base. It's not a huge issue. It's not super common if you're not an idiot, but it is technically weak to demo zombies. So having the floor be strong here and the pillars works really good. So what I've done is, and actually I need to repair this. I haven't just placed like a pillar of just 1 block, but then on the outside of that block, I've put a plate block on 3 of the 4 sides. So we have 4. I still want to have access. You could put another plate on this outside, but then you wouldn't be able to have access to these to upgrade them. So I don't want to do that until I have these internal blocks upgraded to steel. But technically, you could do it whenever. I'm just leaving them open so that I can upgrade them to steel. And you don't need to go full height on the plates. I mean, because zombies aren't going to be attacking any higher than like 3 blocks up. So I would say for your pillars, do your 5 pillars. And then for the bottom 3 or 4 blocks of your pillars, put plates on every side. And then, honestly, at that point, you're good. Upgrade it to steel as you can. But concrete honestly does a good job. And like I said, it does work fully AFK. But obviously it's a lot more fun to shoot the zombies. So I always do. I do have like a rocket launcher and some grenades up there. I just need to stop back at base real quick and make sure that I have everything I would want. The only other relevant thing to do with the base, so I do have a door on the back as an escape hatch. If somehow shit goes bad, what I recommend you do is you put some like hay bales back here. You just have a door on the back for you to leave. Because the thing is they're going to be trying to come up the front on this ladder, right? And let's say that you're, because there is a couple ways to fuck this space up. There are a couple ways to screw yourself over using the space. I discovered them early on in my testing with some other players. We learned that you cannot throw a Molotov cocktail too high, or you'll actually break the sledgehammer turrets. Sledgehammer turrets can take friendly fire from Molotov cocktails. So if you light Molotovs, if you say stand here and you throw a Molotov at the ladder, you'll actually break the turrets. If you do that, this base will become quickly overwhelmed and they'll break the hatch. So all you need for that, for an escape to just start hoarding on the ground, is just to have a door back here and like some hay bales. The thing is, because they're going to be coming for these stairs and this ladder, because that's the easy path to you, they won't be crowded around like a hay bale right there. So it might seem like, man, that escape route sure doesn't go very far away before putting you right with them, but they're going to be all the way running out over here to these stairs. You'll have plenty of room, and you'll have some distance between you and them, if it comes to that. Which, like I said, the only way I've seen that happen is by friendly firing the turrets, because if you don't know, sledgehammer turrets have, like, absurdly high durability. They don't break. Like, they never fucking break on their own. But, like, if you friendly fire them with just, like, 1 or 2 Molotovs, and they're completely shut down. But if you don't, they do not really degrade. Like, they have an absurd quantity of health. It's kind of nonsense. Alright, here we go. Bonus points if you have a level 6 rocket launcher, but that's honestly just for fun. Looks like they're coming from behind this time. But yeah, these sledgehammer turrets honestly do a great job of just whapping all the zombies right off. And from here, you just, you know, just blast away. Enjoy. This base does amazing. Like I said, it does fully AFK. You don't actually have to shoot really any zombies at all. The base is quite fantastic. But, I mean, sometimes it's fun. You know, just blast a zombie with a rocket launcher. Because nobody said I couldn't, right? I do recommend having some, like, recog. Obviously, use your learning elixirs if you have them for the Horde Knights. That's a no-brainer. I don't really have any right now. And this base can handle considerable zombie density. I mean, I do only have mine set to, like, 12 zombies per player, and I'm playing solo, so there's not a lot at once. But I've played on a server where we had, like, I want to say we've had, like, 5 people in this base, with it set to like 8 zombies per person. So like right now it's only ever getting like 8 to 12 zombies at once, but it's handled I've seen it handle like 30 or 40 at once. It's very capable. Ow. Let's go. Light myself on fire with a Molotov. It's not a real Horde night if you don't do that once. That's where everybody does that. Are you really watching a 7 Days to Die YouTuber if they didn't light themselves on fire with a Molotov? Let's be real. Not to mention, it's pre-built. Not to call him out or anything, but that dude literally lights himself on fire with more Molotovs than he doesn't. I swear. Oh yeah, pipe bombs light Molotovs. If you throw an unlit Molotov, pipe bombs light them. As you just got to see there. Also, apologies in advance for my terrible aim. I'm playing with a controller right now. My aim is not normally so horrendous. Ooh, that's gonna be a good one. Boom! Boom! Rockets. Yeah. The rocket launcher is really fun, I'll tell you that. Never used it much. They're kind of hard to come by. You don't find them very often. You know, no, you don't find a rocket launcher in your average little weapons bag. But as you can see, it works wonders. Base is excellent. Really easy to build. Great for one or multiple people. Lots of opportunity for manual defending if you want to, you know, shoot as much as you like. There's nothing that's going to stop you. Lit myself on fire again. Fantastic. I love Molotovs. I totally don't hate Molotovs for that specific reason. Double bomb. Yeah, that's the best spot to aim your Molotovs. Don't be dumb like me. Just throw them at the base of the stairs. That spot works by far the best. Right, and then throw your pipe bombs by that pillar where it's knocking them down to. It's the best place to go to. Same with grenades or rocket launcher shots. Don't use high explodes, or don't use use rocket frags. Don't use HEs. Do not blow your base up with your rocket launcher. Cannot recommend. It's not worth it. One fun game I've found, something fun to try to do, is when they do get launched. Oh, I launched his foot up here with me. Look at that. Wow. I'm all out of rockets though. One thing that's fun to try to do. Could you not do that, buddy? Is when they do get hit by the hammers, trying to shoot them out of the air. It's really good practice aiming. Although very hard to execute. Boop. Boom. Oh, they launched a corpse because I hit him in the head as that sledgehammer knocked him up. Fucking just blasted him right in his dumb skull. But yeah, it's nice. You shoot as much as you want. Throw as many bombs as you want. Which, let's be real, who doesn't like throwing bombs? There's literally... And there's a lot of fire. I recommend you put, Could you fuck off? I recommend you put the flaming... Burning shaft mod on your sledgehammer turrets. It helps combat the radiated zombies. If you put a rad remover mod on them and you put a burning shaft mod, they'll counter the radioactive regeneration, and then they will also be dealing damage against it. So it's the only way they can kill radioactive zombies is if you have both the rad remover and the fire. It's about the only way they can manage it. You will get absolutely lit the fuck up by cops as well. The irradiated cops will fuck your day up. Which is why I have this spot where you can stand back and be less exposed, is because, especially if you're like me and you like playing light armor, those cops hit you once and they deal fucking 35, 50 damage, and you're just sitting there like, what? It's not ideal. So, I prefer to, you know, have cover and not need it than need cover and not have it. So I would recommend building the base with this back area closed, although you can technically have it be open. Let's get some contact grenades up in here. Boom! Contact grenades are killer. They work super well. Always loved contact grenades. I recommend taking out the irradiated cops fast. The more they spit, the more damage they deal to the base, and potentially you. They're honestly the most threatening zombie in this base, because they can hurt you while you're up here. I mean, but like I said, there's plenty of option of staying back more in cover. And for me, right now, standing on this side would be better, just because it seems the zombies are spawning from the east, so I'll get spit at less if I stand over here. It just sucks because I don't have Obviously, from whichever side your turrets are on, you're going to have better throwing angles on the other side. But technically, if you do it right, if you stand about right here, you can throw Molotovs right at the base of the stairs. Very rarely you'll see one make it to the hatch. We haven't had one make it to the hatch tonight. If they do make it high enough that they're hitting the hatch, the turrets will actually never hit them off, so you will have to deal with them yourself. It's super rare. Maybe one will make it up in a night, and that's if you're not shooting. If you're shooting, it's probably not going to happen. And even then, even if you went full AFK and you weren't shooting and one of them did make it up here, unless it's a really beefy zombie, they're not going to break that hatch all night long. Like a steel hatch, once you're up to a steel hatch, which you might not have a steel hatch when you first build this, because you can build this pretty early on. You might just have a weaker hatch. But whatever hatch you have relevant to your game stage, it's like, they're not going to get through that whole hatch by themselves in one night. Unless that's a pretty beefy zombie. Oh, Feral White. I'll be right with you. After I drop fat ass the fucking cookie demolisher. Oh, I made a crippled Feral White. I've taken his fucking legs off, man. Shit, I hope he didn't fucking need him. That would suck. I also wouldn't give a shit. Up. Oh, look who it is. These irradiated cops never get less annoying. Honestly, my least favorite gender. Irradiated cop zombie. Boom. Fire. And God said, let there be dead zombies. And so it was. Uh-oh. Boop! Could you quit shredding my fucking base, you fat, stupid bitch? You dumb fat bastard. You get your big fat tub of lard ass out of here. Well, that Molotov's not lit. I clicked the button, but it didn't work. I just kind of clicked both triggers. Apparently the left trigger click didn't register. Oh, regular grenades. My favorite. Could you knock it off? But yeah, no. Cleared Horde. Look at that. You know, and these guys will slowly chip away at them. You can wait for the turrets to finish them off, or you don't have to. A good Molotov will really help set it in. Especially if you blast the slow ones. Let the fast ones come through, run as much as they like. They'll burn up. Come on, guys. And there you have it. That base against the Day 70 Horde, which I would say, I reckon a Day 70 Horde's a fair test. That tells you how competent something really is, right? I don't see any reason that wouldn't be a sufficient test. Are we getting cool loot? Probably not. You never do, right? Just some food and some money and some of your bullets back. Just gonna eat it all up anyways. Iron crossbow bolts, huh? As if anybody wants those ever. Why don't we go ahead and throw our leftover explosives up here in the box. It's not a bad idea to keep spare meds in the box as well. I'd recommend it. But as you can see, pretty minimal damage to everything. If you look at all these blocks, we're not really seeing any cracks. Didn't see any demos, which is weird because I had demos last Horde. But if you look at the durability on everything, I mean, nothing's very damaged. The stairs are a little beat up, which most of the damage you're going to see on the floor blocks and the stairs and stuff is actually just from your own bullets. Right? Because I was just going crazy with my M60. The zombies don't really attack this base so much. It's really only demos that are going to fuck it up. And cops. Cops will shred this upper area up here. They'll hit it a bunch. And they'll deal tons of damage to some of the blocks. Like that one's only at 4,000 out of 5. But even then, there's only so much damage they can do. They're never going to break it. I mean, they could never fucking hope to. But the most damaged blocks are just ones that the cops hit that you're going to be standing on and they're trying to spit at you. Fairly easy base to build. You can upgrade it with you in time. I mean, you can start with just cobblestone and one sledgehammer turret and then whatever gun, you know, whatever pipe guns you could make. And honestly, if you're really careful, I mean, that's risky because if they stack up too high, you know, they might break your hatch. But if you've got, like, a pipe shotgun and, say, 120 rounds, then you could just build this shit up with cobble. And, like, make the top box out of just wood. Just make the base cobble. Make stairs up to, you know, like an iron hatch. Even just an upgraded wood hatch. And if you can get yourself just one sledge turret and, like, a pipe shotgun to shoot whatever zombie gets up, whatever zombies get up here, you could probably make it work. But I can't say I've ever tested it that early. But overall resource cost is really low. The upkeep cost is basically nothing. It doesn't take any electricity. You don't have to have any wiring, any generators. I don't even think it takes a whole 500 blocks. Really, honestly, the platform that you put it on, because I built this, like, I actually dug down and made this platform like 2 blocks thick. So most of the resource cost is just going to be from later on when you're trying to make it demo proof and you start, you know, making this big ass pad and upgrading it to concrete and steel just so that it's demo proof. But getting into it in the early / mid game, the base is cheap, easy to make, easy to understand. I'd recommend having parkour and then just having a setup like this to jump onto some ladders to place your fucking turrets. I do it on these flats, these plate blocks, because it's just easier. You can just pop them up. See, it's at basically like 95% durability. You can just place them like this. It's real easy. You can scale ladders sideways, so that's what I recommend doing. It makes it so much easier to place them. So if you just put your ladders sideways in here, you can just grab them, check, make sure durability is good. It is. Place them back where they were. It's that easy. And zombies won't mess with these blocks or target them. And this ladder, as long as you make this ladder like way out of reach, like it is, like 4 blocks up, they won't touch that either. They won't change. It doesn't mess with their pathing. They don't even see it as an item. It doesn't exist to them. And they won't mess with these blocks. The only damage this block has sustained was like just pure happenstance. And yeah. That's about it. I don't think I got anything else to cover. Feel free to take the base and use it. I'm sure if enough people notice it, the devs will surely completely fucking nuke it out of existence and it won't work the next update, and then I'll have to think of something new, which will make me sad. But it works damn good in this update, I'll tell you that. But that's gonna be it for the video. If you did like, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. That'd be great. And in the description, I do have a link that is if you want to support me. I do have... Recently, I've gained some impressive medical debt because I broke my arm, which is actually why I've been playing with the controller. And if you do care to help, I've got a link to that in the description. But with that said, that's going to be it. Catch you guys in the next one.